Well, you brought up Nick Castellanos, and that kind of transitioned us well into a brief Cubs discussion.
Well, I am a fucking professional, Smitty.
You are. I think the leaf blowers are gone, so I can get through this segment at least. Yeah, Nick did indeed decline, or he opted out of his 4-year deal with the Reds, as the Reds are just in shambles.
That's bold. You got a
They're
4-year deal on the table.
Yeah, he turns down. I think he basically turned down $32 million because he thinks he can get way more than that, which I don't disagree.
No, I don't disagree either.
He's linked with many teams, but I think the Cubs make a ton of sense because he's already been there and was absolutely a rock star. I'm sure he loved his time there. The Cubs fans loved his time there. The Cubs organization loved his time there in those 2 months as he was traded from the Tigers. So I could definitely see him. I mean, it makes sense why the speculation is that he'd be coming to the Cubs, and Cubs have the fucking money. Don't let Ricketts, and I'm wearing my Rickettsville t-shirt once again. Don't let him fool you in that they don't have money. They have all the money in the world. So if
biblical losses.
Yeah, if they want Nick Castellanos, they can get him. Everyone bags on his defense. Excuse me. Wow, I'm clearing my throat. This is a rough podcast already, but
jeez, dude.
Everyone bags on his defense, and rightfully so. He is not a defensive stalwart out there, but I think the Cubs could live with that if he's the productive contact hitter that he has been. That's speculation, of course. I think Castellanos is probably going to be, not an early signing. I think he's going to take his time and potentially be a February signing, if that, maybe that late. So I wouldn't hold my breath to see where Castellanos is going in the next couple of weeks. But the Cubs did make a move in claiming Wade Miley from the aforementioned Reds, who are dumping salary as fast as anyone ever has. It's a low risk $10 million. The Cubs are going to pick up his $10 million option. That, like we said, $15 million isn't very much for a pitcher. $10 million is next to nothing. It's just the 1 year. This is, it's not the earth-shattering move. It's not a World Series winning move. It's a solid move. Unfortunately, it's a move that I think this type of move would have made a hell of a lot more sense last year, instead of picking up the garbage left at the end of the free agency period with Trevor Williams and Jake Arrieta, and potentially not getting rid of your ace and Cy Young Award potential Yu Darvish. But so I like this move. This is the kind of thing that I think would have made more sense last year, but he'll fit in, right at near the top of their depleted rotation. It's like I said, it's no risk, very low risk. I think Jed Hoyer is the one that coined the phrase, there are no bad 1 year deals. And this is certainly not a bad for $10 million. So I like Wade Miley, actually. He had a really good year last year. I don't know if you've seen his numbers. I don't know how much Reds baseball you've been paying attention to, other than their announcers getting removed from their position for saying ridiculous shit on the air.
That's what I really know them for this past season.
As Nick Castellanos hits a 3-run homer.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, it's worth mentioning that they got Wade Miley. It's a small time move, kind of a mid-market move. You'd think the Cubs would be making bigger splashes, but they are probably not going to do that. As hopefully they're thinking about being bumped up against the new salary or luxury tax threshold. Maybe there'll be a flurry of spending in this later in this offseason, but who knows?
Jed said this past week they've got money to spend.
Well, we all knew that.
It's there.
Jed. Yeah.
It's there, Jed.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
It's there to spend. The Miley, they need starting arms. And
they need arms, literally.
They need arms, literally. And he, I'm sure they are going to sign another veteran or something. But now you've already added a veteran presence, like you said. $10 million a year for Wade Miley, who, because of fantasy reasons, I know had a pretty decent season last year. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's nothing bad about it.
I think the overarching theme here is I don't know what the Cubs are. I don't know what they're trying to do. No one knows what their strategy is. Nobody knows if they're going to rebuild, going to try to retool. Sorry, this is not a rebuild. Retool quickly, or if they're going to spread this out over a couple of years. Nobody knows what their strategy is. So they
Yeah,
have
I
done
mean,
next to nothing. This I would qualify as a next to nothing deal. I think it's a smart move, but it's not certainly not splashy or earth shattering. So I
well,
don't know. They've got a lot of work to do.
the next 10 days are going to really heat up, I think.